Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Woo! And that's why I have my Christmas tree out. I bought a bottle of Pravana hair color in silver from Amazon. This is not how it should have come out. I think in person it looks way more purple blue, but it's supposed to be silver. And it's kind of the color I wanted, but I didn't mix it with a white conditioner to like tone it down a bit because I didn't really want like the super light silver. This is the color I kind of wanted, but I think I left it in too long. The color in the back is more the color I want, and the color right here, kind of weird, so I don't know what happened there. Anyway, after a few washes, it'll probably fade to more of the color that I wanted. So I finally used up all of the steam cream that I have from Nature Republic, and I'm using this Hydrate Tone Up Waterfall Cream from Botanic Hill. I got it from Olive Young because I guess I spent a lot of money there, so it gave it to me for free. It has a really light gel texture, but when you put it on, it feels like you just put on a really heavy cream. Super moisturizing! So I don't really talk about it that much, but you might have seen it in some of my Instagram photos where I'm like standing in front of the mirror taking a photo. But I have a 9-bot 1, which is one of those electronic unicycles. Kind of similar to like the 2-wheel ones with like the stepping thing that you step on and like you can go back, whatever. I know like Justin Bieber has one and all that. But anyway, that's what I use to get to work and back. I can walk, but it takes a lot longer, and I find that with the wheel thing that just getting around the army base that I work at is so much easier. Generally, I'm pretty good at it. I don't fall. I can, get by pretty easily with it. However, one day, so there's like my workplace, the child development center that I work at, and right next to it there's like a hill that goes up, and at the top of the hill there's a Starbucks there, and that's kind of like the place I go to when I want coffee, which is almost like every day. I always take my wheel to go up there because it's so much easier when I'm riding the thing, because it's a really steep hill, and when I'm on the wheel I don't like have to put any effort into going up. I kind of just lean forward and I go up the hill. In front of the Starbucks there's 2 entrances. One entrance will go into like the seating area, and then the other goes straight to like the counter where you order your drink. So it's kind of an L shape. Here's one entrance here, here's one entrance here. And in front of this entrance there's like a ramp, and I go up that ramp to, get onto the patio with my wheel. If I'm just walking, I can just walk up the little patio, but I have the wheel. So my coworker wanted me to get her a drink. So I went to Starbucks to get a drink. It was like near the beginning of November, I think. And they were doing that promotion where if you get like 20 drinks, 3 of them being the holiday drinks, you get like the stamps. And if you get 20 stamps, you can get like that planner. And I got the planner. But anyway, I was like, oh, I'll get it for you so I can like get a stamp on my little card while I was at it, because she wasn't doing the promotion event thing. So I went up there with my wheel, I got her drink, and as I was going out, on my wheel I can't make super sharp turns, and in order to get from off the patio onto the ramp, onto like the ground floor, I'd have to make a really sharp turn to get onto the ramp, and in my head, I knew that I needed to get off and just pick up my wheel and then get off the patio, because it would be much easier than trying to make that super sharp turn. But this day I felt a little brave, so I tried to like make the super sharp turn onto the ramp to get down. And usually if I'm making this sort of sharp turn, I'll only have one foot on the wheel with my other foot on the floor to be more safe. But I put both my feet on the pedals, and as I was making this sharp turn, it was too sharp. And while I was still in the middle of my turn, I got onto the ramp, so it started sloping down, and oh my god, I swear, I fell so hard, I nearly died. It wasn't kind of just one of those slow, it happened in slow motion kind of falls, where you can kind of feel every second of it happening. I literally just I can't even describe it. When people are, oh, I got the wind knocked out of me. I was always like, what the hell does that even mean? That makes no sense. I felt the wind get knocked out of me. The wind was stolen from me. The first thought going through my head when I fell was, oh my god, all the people can probably see me and I look like a fucking idiot. Luckily, there was no one outside, because it's Starbucks. There's almost always someone out there, but there was no one out there today. So nobody really saw my fall. So I thought. My vision was like super blurred. It wasn't until later that I realized that it was because my glasses fell off my face. But I was wearing glasses and I had like a snapback on. I fell so hard that both of those things like flew off my body. The first thing I had to do was get my wheel, because even though I fell, my wheel kept going. And I just heard it, like right after I fell, I heard it like crash off somewhere. So I got up, like I was limping, my body was so sore. I saw it like going off in the distance, so I like started running after it. And as I was nearing it, I heard someone behind me. It was a Katusa, a Korean soldier that serves his military service in the American Army base. Oh, by the way, I'm using this new Face Shop CC Cushion Ultra Moist. Love it! So yeah, he was like, oh, 괜찮으세요? Which is, oh, are you okay? And I was like, no. I think I said yes, but in my head I was just like, no, I'm not okay. Because I just had the worst spill of my life. My wheel was totally fucked up. Like one of the pedals, one of the cushions on the side of the machine like popped out. The cover for the LED lights like completely bent and came out. Luckily I could kind of fix it. I just had to pop it back in. But like you can see where the damage happened on there. But I think one of the most humiliating parts of this whole event was that the drink that my coworker had asked me to get her, that was in my hand when I fell, like flew out of my hand as well, and it was all over the ground, and I had used my own money for that shit. So I like after I picked up my wheel, I walked back and I was like searching for my glasses because I realized then that I couldn't see anything. And then I looked in like the window and all these people were just like, oh! So people did see it. I looked like a fucking idiot. I wanted to just curl up into a ball and just like dissipate into non-existence. But I was like, I'm 23. If shit like this happens, just deal with it. So I found my glasses. They fell completely like so far from where I fell. I put them on. I picked up my wheel. I was like, I'm not riding this shit in front of Starbucks. I put it on the side so I can go back into Starbucks and order another drink. He was just like, why are you here again? I'm just like, oh. Even though I had to order it twice, I did get 2 stamps for it, so it was not all in vain. So I got my shit, went back outside, took the wheel down the hill again. I was just like really shaky after this whole traumatic experience. I tried to tell my coworker, but she was just like, oh my god, you're being so over dramatic. Like, it's your pride that's hurt. It's not your body. But over the next week, my body was like, my muscles were in shock from the fall. So like, I thought I had broken something. I thought I got like a concussion in my head. I thought I had like internal bleeding. Luckily, I'm much better now. That was just a really bad experience. I didn't think that would ever happen to me. It was just awkward going to that Starbucks for the next like few days. So luckily I'm still alive, bitch. I actually did have a second Africa TV broadcast last Sunday, but it was super last minute. The people over at Africa TV contacted me and was like, oh, when are you gonna do your next broadcast? Do you want to do it this week? But I stupidly just said yes, even though I was completely like bogged up in my schedule. So when Sunday came around, I realized I didn't make any sort of notification for it or like an announcement. So I quickly went on Instagram, I made a post making an announcement. I went on Snapchat. I've been using Snapchat a little bit lately, so if you want to know my Snapchat, it's down below. The people at Africa TV asked me what sort of theme I wanted for that next broadcast, and I told them, oh, you know, maybe it could be like a Q&A for about me living in Korea and all that. It ended up not, it kind of was like that when the broadcast was happening, but more or less I was just like, ask me whatever you want. So we were just having a good time. Obviously the turnout wasn't as much as my first Q&A about winter skincare. A lot of people came out to that one to watch. Thank you if you came to watch. But this one, of course, not as many people were watching because I kind of just made the announcement out of the blue. I got sick like last week, and I've been like coughing so much lately. I really should go to the hospital, but I just have not gone yet. So during the whole broadcast, if you watched it on my Africa TV channel in my archive, I'm coughing like the whole time. And this isn't just like, this is like hacking up. And it's not like YouTube where I can edit that shit out, because I've been coughing a lot in this video. But it was live and people were just like, oh my god, don't die. And I was happy for them being concerned, but I felt so bad. and I kind of felt really awkward. Because I work on an army base, I get a lot of reactions when I'm riding my wheel. Like I get a lot of people taking photos, like, oh, put that shit on Snapchat, put that shit on Vine, put that shit on Instagram. I just think it's really funny because a lot of the soldiers on base are younger people, younger guys, so, you know, they're part of that generation. And they have every right to be curious, because I mean, how often do you see that shit? Someone just riding on a unicycle down the street. When you're on base and you're riding a bike or anything like that, you're supposed to be wearing a reflective belt, like those yellow shiny belts, and a helmet. But there was one time where I forgot my helmet at home, so I just rode on base with it, and I did pass the police several times, like the military police on base, and they didn't say anything. Just like, okay. And helmets always ruin my hair, so I stopped using a helmet. And it'd be smarter to wear a helmet, but honestly, who wears a helmet anymore? One day last week, I was on my way to the PX, which is like the on-base shopping place, and I was riding my wheel. And then finally, the police decided to like honk me down or like use their fucking siren to come hither to me. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. So I wheeled on over to them and they're like, oh, you can't ride that on base without a helmet. And I'm just like, yeah, sir, okay, sir. But in my head, I'm just like, okay, so for the past 2 weeks, you let me ride this without a helmet. You clearly passed by me at least 10 times, and each time y'all didn't say anything. And I'm just like, either someone's not doing their job properly, or like, I don't know what's up, because y'all got me all dazed and confused, and it's really hurting my spirits. I kind of left my helmet at work so that I would only have to wear my helmet if I'm traveling on base, but when I'm getting on base and off, best believe, risking my life for good hair, yeah! But anyway, sorry for like the lack of really awesome stories, but nothing really happens to me. Someone suggested that I do another Q&A, which I thought was a good idea, because Q&As are fun. So if you have any questions about anything for me, you can leave them down below. I'm also thinking about doing an Africa TV broadcast where I have like a slumber party. You know, I'll be broadcasting from like evening until morning for me, and we can just do fun stuff. We can talk about stuff. We can do fun snacks, cooking, games. If you can think of something, then leave that down below as well. But yeah, I hope you found that somewhat interesting, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.